Why do I feel like I'm about to be offended?
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
Now, not everyone knows the name Steven Crowder, but he's an American independent journalist and YouTube presenter. Most famous for doing the bit sitting at a desk outside of college saying, X is this way, change my mind, and then getting people to approach him, trying to change his mind, getting into a spirited debate right there. He started that trend. It's since been taken off by other people, but he was the kind of main person who did that. And that's how he kind of got famous, well, for me at least. But his team of journalists and investigators have found a kind of semi-terrifying thing through a BlackRock employee involving, and for YouTube reasons, we'll just say kiddie fiddling, which is, uh, a nice way of putting what it is, obviously, bad things. But a person from BlackRock, her email was used on countless websites, which did that particular thing, looking at that stuff and viewing those videos, seeing how BlackRock, multi-millionaire corporation, Bill Gates, Epstein, all these people seem to be linked to kids in some nefarious way. I find that to be a little unsettling. What do you think?
I mean, I think apparently it's an extremely profitable business. When you hear about how many trillions of dollars a year child trafficking and all that is, so to think that these people around the world and these companies that are unknown to us do this stuff, it's quite scary, and needs to be exposed for sure.
Yeah, it's terrifying stuff. So basically, this individual had her email used, and the first thing that the Stephen Crowder's investigation team wanted to do was find out if her email is real. They don't want to go and say this person is evil. They obviously checked. It was a real email. It was a real corporate email. It was really used to do these things, and that's when they reached out to this person. And wanted comment on it, probably because they wanted a juicy video. This could be the scoop of a lifetime for some people. And instead of going back to them, she had the BlackRock. She didn't have her own personal lawyers. She had BlackRock's corporate lawyers, who I'm sure you can imagine would be amongst the highest paid lawyers on earth, go back with cease and desists, and all kinds of, you will be sued if this is released, yada, yada, yada. What's your take on that as a response?
I mean,
because to me, it sounds like an admission of guilt.
I mean, initially you think that it sounds guilty, but I mean, also, if you're innocent, you don't, and you're in those hypers, you don't even want to deal with these kind of people. So, I mean, you could make the play that she was just like, yeah, I'm not messing around with this. I'm going to get the best of the best lawyers, and they're just going to end this because this is too dangerous and not right to be mucking around with. So that's
perfectly fair. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, unless there's proof, visual proof, I guess, of her on those sites, I mean, you can only speculate still. You can, can you put the whereabouts of the, GPS location of, she was at work, she was here, she was on that at that time, and what I mean? Can you do all that? Maybe.
Can be faked. You can kind of play around with the system to trick a VPN, can't you?
She could have been hacked. So many different things. So I don't know. It's a very interesting theory and thing that got out with proof, but just to me, not enough.
Not enough, yeah. It's one of those touchy subjects because you hear about that and you think, okay, BlackRock, one of those large entities, and they have to be. You think they have to be involved with all this other kind of weird stuff that's going on in the world, and then you hear this and you kind of think, oh my god, that pieces it together perfectly. So you don't want to jump down the rabbit hole, but you've got a credibly level-headed way of looking at that. I'm a bit more skeptical, but who knows? Who knows, really?
Everyone can have their opinion.
Exactly. But yeah, scary stuff. You're right. If someone came to me with that, and I'd be like, oh, I mean, I'll just be like, no, you're wrong. That's stupid. No. For me, it's the fact that she didn't even come and speak for herself. She just had lawyers go straight to them. But yeah, you're right. If someone came to you with that information, you'd be like, what's the quickest way I can make this go away? Because it's not right. And if this gets in the public and it's not true, I could be taken out by somebody for something that I never even did.
Yeah.
So, it makes sense. And, she's a female instead of a male. So sometimes they have a more innate fear just in general of stuff rather than, a man maybe. But yeah, no, that's very level-headed like that. Thank you for watching Glass Culture Podcast. If you liked this video, click here to subscribe. If you want to see the full podcast, click here.